change again. Oh my god! Wow!
What's up, June?
Alright, cool. Let's see. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. Been a while since I streamed, holy crap. Let's see. I see Koa, Kwan, Shiro, Olivier, Marana. Let's see. Pai, Ninjo, Makshiro. Damn. I am still scrolling. Let's see. Chris. Outside with the raid. Thank you so very much. That I do hope you had a very wonderful stream playing Warhammer. Vermintide specifically. I'm still scrolling. There's a lot happening in the chat. Just need to catch up with everything. There we go. But how's everybody been? Long time no see. Yeah, you guys are enjoying the beginning of the weekend. Mine still, I still need to work. I'm still quite a while away before I can enjoy my weekend. I also need to remember that I need to go grocery shopping. I still have like some of those meal vouchers that I normally should have used for my groceries for this month. But considering that they had a technical issue with that, I had to use my real money, and therefore I'm kind of like in the shits again. So with those meal vouchers, I can at least try to get some New Year's and Christmas things ready. Basically some salt that I can shove in the oven, and yeah, it's gonna be nice. Yeah, I have like 150 euros worth of meal vouchers, so I can use that for anything that is well considered food, and then that'll be okay. So I won't starve, but I'm kind of already, I need to save everything that I can. So yeah, speaking of bonus, I normally also should be getting a bonus, which is like every year kind of thing. So I will have to use that to pay my taxes. That entire bonus, I will not see a single euro of it. Everything, poof, gone. Everything will go to the taxes. Because there are still taxes that I will need to pay in January, and that's going to be a little bit of an issue. Not as big of an issue like compared to the 5K one. So the big boss is, is defeated. It's just like the little aftermath that comes after that. Once that is done, so normally once January passes, normally it's smooth sailing from there. So it's just a little while longer, and I hope that I will be able to get through that. And then finally, I will be able to do something, I will be way better off, because a little bit of good news that I would like to share, which is also kind of the title thing that I put in there. At least if Streamlabs didn't fuck it up, but yeah, there it is. So, been a while and some updates. Indeed, one. It has been a while. It has been an entire week almost since I streamed. Of course, with Monday usually being my day off thing, and that I made some clips. Those were uploaded. I will also try to upload a clip today, or a short rather, which is going a little bit back in time, featuring our dear beloved e-girl, Chonker. And yeah, it's a fun clip. It's a fun memory. and I'm glad that I still had that. So that's why I was very happy to find that little bit, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, and then on Tuesday, what happened is, I have a new car. For those that don't know, I have a not brand new, well, it's brand new to me, but yeah. Shonker, you're gonna get bad. Oh my! I am trying to see. It's a little clip that I have. It's a little clip that I have here in the background that I was playing. It is a clip from Neverwinter Nights. So you guys are gonna be enjoying that. So I'm just gonna download this real quick because I still need to add subtitles, and then that'll be good to go. So it's a little clip that Chomker did in any game that we used to play, while we were all collectively waiting for the arrival of said Chomker. So that's gonna be very funny. People who were there probably know exactly what the moment is going to be. So yeah, I have a car that my dad was like, hey, Tabby, I knew that you were interested in, this here particular car. At least I wasn't surprised, of course. Like, first off, so on Tuesday, my dad was like, yeah, do you have some time? Like, I know that you should be, going to bed as soon as possible. But yeah, do you have like an hour and a half to spare? Like, yeah, sure. And he took me somewhere to a garage to where he also introduced a car to me. At least, that was the week before. But then on Tuesday, we actually got the car that my dad drove here because, of course, I wanted to go to bed and this and that. And what happened is, so he drove the car here. But it was way later. I expected to receive said car earlier, but no, it was like in the middle of the day while I was sleeping. So my sleep schedule was flipped all over the place. And it was very, yeah, I was extremely tired. So I couldn't stream then. Then on Wednesday, what happened on Wednesday? I think on Wednesday, I just completely overslept. Hang on, let me go to my thingamajigs here. What happened on Wednesday? I forgot. Let me see here. So on the 17th, was it on Wednesday? Yeah, it was on Wednesday. So I received the thing on Wednesday, yeah. I received the car on Wednesday. And then, yeah, on Tuesday, yeah, I had to clean up my car. It was like all things going around. Yeah, I can't remember now. See, my memory's all over the place. So then I made more clips, which was the endless loop clip of Kwon getting dumped over and over again. And then indeed on Wednesday, I actually received the car. And was then on Thursday / yesterday, something happened. We don't talk about that. Of course we do. But something happened yesterday. I'm actually gonna look up something here. Just gotta see here because I need to double check on something before I do the wrong thing. But I know that I can find this. Okay. Okay, basically what happened is someone tried to figure out where I lived. There's someone there's someone that tried to figure out where I lived. Basically a very shitty attempt at doxing me, and that is something that I do not take very lightly, because I haven't doxed before, like way heavier than whatever happened yesterday. But what happened is someone decided to look up some addresses where I've been, and, you know, let me see here. Let me pull up some things here. Also, yeah, the profile picture that they have in there, like, the profile pictures that they have is also very worrying. It's literally a sexualized child, but whatever. But basically, what happened here is, someone knocks out the diva, basically. Also, hey there, Harker, what's up? And hey there, wait, hang on, someone else joined here was Buff Cowboy, there we go. What's up, welcome in. I'll say this, Shiro, hated Nates, and B Bumbles. But yeah, basically, and dude, basically what happened is, and again, I'm not gonna share the DMs, I'm just gonna read out loud, like, what happened. I'm not gonna, like, say the name or anything. Because basically what happened is, so I posted a picture of the car, basically, right? And it was in a neighborhood, of a place. And, there was something in the background. And this person said, like, hey, when you posted this picture, it's not on Twitter, it's in Discord. So this dude said, like, hey, when you posted that picture, a friend, quote unquote, friend of mine told me where that was. And I responded with, well, it's somewhere. And then, the guy says, it's somewhere very close. And then like a, gif of like a girl being like, you know, with the pointy fingers towards one another, being like all shy and stuff like that. To which I'm already like, okay, what the fuck? Like, you know, that doesn't sound ominous. And yeah, it's someone from Belgium. You know? And I responded with like a question mark, like, what is going on? And I responded very clearly. With, it is something that I don't share. And then this dude then replies, but you forgot to remove the name of the hairdresser, and that's how his friend apparently knew it. To which I already know, the moment that he said a hairdresser, the moment that he said that, I know two things about this. One, he looked it up. Two, he knows exactly where it is. He knows exactly where it is. It's literally him. And again, the story doesn't add up either. Because not only does he say like, oh yeah, my friend, you know, my friend said so. And then, like, why would a friend, like it's bullshit that it's your friend because one, you said that it's very close by, which means you know where it is. Plus also, why would you show a random ass dude this picture who doesn't even know me? Right? Like, who doesn't even know me? Why is that relevant to you that you felt the need to share that with someone else that is not in the community? Makes no sense. To which then he said, like, yeah, he knew exactly where it was. It's bullshit. You know exactly where it was. There's no friend involved. Like, you cannot pull that shit against me. And that's why, yeah, no, I just instantly banned them. That's why, yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. And again, it's not that I'm making things up. I've already taken screenshots, and they are within our little archive that we have for the moderators, so they can testify to that as well.
From what I heard, that is some BS. And also, hi, Tabi.
But yeah, hey to Robert. The thing that happened is literally what I translated there. So for the mods in the chat, in which case Heck and Quan. By the way, Quan and Heck, do you want to be Twitch moderators as well, as in like on this channel in particular. So basically, if I go through the conversation here, the first screenshot for those that can potentially follow, as in for those that have the thing, it's basically in sequence that I'm just gonna translate literally like per screenshot, but it's the same, it's the exact same story. It's just that for the people that can see the screenshot will understand like what's going on. Because okay, nobody, of course, or I mean not nobody, only us Flemish understand what's going on here. So basically what happened here is the first screenshot at the bottom, this dude says, I'm gonna say it in Flemish first, where he says, ook toen je die foto plaatste van de auto, zei een vriend van mij, een vriend van mij, waar dat was, sorry. Basically what that means is when he posted that picture of the car, a friend of mine said where that was, sorry, is what he said. To which then I replied with, like in a second screenshot, I responded with ergens, which means somewhere, and then with the emote with the pointy fingers, and then he replies with ergens zeer dichtbij, which means like somewhere very close, and then he posted that gif of the cutesy anime girl with like the pointy fingers, you know, being all shy and stuff like that. And then in the next screenshot, I respond like the same bit with the question mark thing. I very clearly said, is iets dat ik niet deel, which means it is something that I don't share. And then after that, he responds with, maar je was vergeten de naam van de kapper weg te doen, zo wist hij het. Which translates to, but you forgot to erase the name of the hairdresser, and that's how he knew it. That's the exact same thing, just with the original wording and, you know, language. But yeah, with that, like, again, not only, it's so bullshit, like, a friend of mine, that's bullshit. But, yeah, this dude, like, literally looked it up. One, he looked it up. He looked it up, and second, he knows exactly where it is and what that place is that was, like, in that photo. To which I'm thinking, yeah, you just tried to dox me. It's a shitty intent, but you still tried to dox me, you little shit. So yeah, that was what was happening yesterday. Why, like, I couldn't really sleep because there were some memories that were popping back in, and it kept me awake for quite a while, and that's why I was like, well, shit, I overslept. And then, yeah, that's why, yeah. Well, to be honest, Europe is kind of on a is kind of in a shit state. I wouldn't recommend going here, though. Europe is about to explode. So, yeah, it's not gonna be fun. But... let's see here. Speaking of the car, do you guys want to see the car? That's something entirely different. Where are my pictures? You can see them in a Discord as well, but I'm just gonna open them up here. Just the car in particular. If I can find some things. Oh wait, I gotta share at least this picture here. Because yeah, the optical illusion here is kind of funny. But let me see here. Wait, it's a very solid car though. I'm very happy with this. I still need to get like those car mat thingies to, you know, keep things a little bit more clean in the car. But it's a very fun car, and it is for an absolute steal though. So let's see here. Normally I should have another picture. Let me see. All right, cool. The police can do something. To be honest, I know, I know what I know what I need to do, to to deal with doxes basically. Because again, I've been nuts before. There was like an entire court case going on. I had to move places. I know exactly what to do. I know what I can do, but this is at the moment not exactly something that I would be, how would I say this? Considered severe enough for me to actually take action. If it would have continued and if I would see that person somewhere close by, then that is going to be an issue. And then that person, like, if it would have gotten worse, then my lawyer would have a field day basically. So that's why, yeah. That's why, like, I'm not too worried about this one. I've dealt with worse. But yeah. So what I'm going to show first is maybe the outside of the car. Again, for those that haven't seen it before, just in case. I'll say, hey Joe, what's up? But this here car, is gonna double check on things. Okay, we're going back to the Polish site, so Chris is gonna be very happy. Let's see here. And this here car is basically the car that I currently own, like thanks to my dad, basically. Thank you, Dad. But indeed, we're going back to the Polish sites. This here car in particular is indeed the fun thing here. Let me just see here as well. There we go. Yeah, so this here car, it's a Nissan Primera from 2004. This thing barely has any miles on it. Like has 59,000 kilometers on it, so basically nothing. And well, you're a resident Cedo. You're like, I don't know what to call you. I know that you Wami her Polish, but the most frequent Pole alongside with Mokshiro. Yeah, Mokshiro's Polish, right? Is Mokshiro Polish? And then Baz as well, right? Are those the three? Yeah. So yeah, basically this here car. And again, I have no idea how to pronounce any of these things. But I do understand a couple things. Basically what I see here is like something of the generation of the Nissan Primera Type P12. I don't know what that other word is. I don't know that entire bunch. And then with this here, something with style, this kind of style, and then like strong Japanese something in 2007. I don't know. Something like that. But anyway. Wait, Headcraft Police too? Oh, I probably knew that. I don't know. I'm out of the loop for a little bit. But yeah, this here car, this here car is a, it's a very fun car though. Look at that. Like, it's a very nice car, very solid.
Sick and tired.
It drives really nicely. It's very fun. And yeah, I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with this here, this little buddy. But yeah, see, yeah, this here car, very happy with it. Now, for the car, for me in particular, I did take some pictures. I'm just gonna double check that I, considering what happened, I'm just gonna double check on certain things in these pictures before I do anything stupid. But I think I should be okay. Oh, right, I need to find one more thing before I do. If I can find it. Because there is a little artwork. And how did I not save this? Hang on. Oh, no, it's not the, like, the outside you guys have already seen through, you know, the websites thing. But I'm just gonna or double check on these things, if I can find anything else that I might need to be careful of, but at the moment, or at least at the time of taking, I don't really see an issue with it. All right. Yeah, it should be okay. Let's see. This should be fine. All right, cool. So, this here car, this is basically a point of view kind of thing, where, this is like where I sit. This is where I sit in the car, and the dashboard is actually in the middle of the car, not in front of the steering wheel, where usually dashboards are, but this one is in the middle, and it looks way more modern compared to, you know, the previous thing that I had, right? And exactly, this little optic illusion, if you guys check on the bottom left, it looks like my legs are going through the steering wheel. And that was kind of funny to see, is like, oops. It's basically just how I took the picture, right? I know, right? I just have that tiny legs. I'm that tiny. It's a fun optical illusion because you don't see, you know, the very bottom of the steering wheel. And I'm not that tiny. Of course, people are going to use this picture as like an excuse to still claim that I'm tiny. But basically, yeah, exactly. The checkered vans. And this is something that I would like to emphasize, that I'm speaking the truth, okay? Remember that one fan art where I had one of my artists work on a little thing for like a little bit of an immersion break? Yeah, remember this artwork? I told you. See, that's literally what I was wearing. And that's also kind of what I'm wearing right now besides the shoes. But yeah, see, same thing. The three striped, you know, thingy, like whole Russian Gopnik kind of thing. See? I told you. But yeah, I'm very, why is the steering wheel upside down? I don't know why my dad placed it like that, though. Like, he was basically reversing, and that's how it kind of, I don't know. Yeah. It was parked that way, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take pictures while it was standing there. Again, my dad parked this thing. But yeah, I'm very happy with this here car. So yeah, look at that. It has a leather chair thingies. And, I don't know, like, it has like heat, what do you call that? Heated seating, whatever it's called. It's very nice. It's very, you know, and this is like in the backside, you know, the passenger thingies. Like it's very nice though. Ass warmer, okay. So I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with the things here. It's a very fun car, and I'm very happy with it. Now, now that you guys have seen the inside, for those that haven't heard how much it actually costs, how much, for those that are new, like firstly witnessing this, how much do you think that the car was? And for those that know what the price is, shut up. But for those that don't know, how much do you think that this car costed me? Well, not me, my dad. Well, if you think that brick wall is familiar, literally the vast majority of, if not almost every house in Belgium is made out of brick, so... This is a front-wheel drive, and it is a used car. And again, the mileage right now sits at a comfortable 59,000 kilometers. Dark Troll, you're trolling me right now. 1.4K, dude. How much do you think that the euro is worth? This is not 1.4K, dude. You couldn't get any car for that amount. Yeah, exactly. With miles and feet, and like using limbs to measure length and distance. Like a kilometer, it makes sense. You know, kilometer is literally what it says it is. Like kilo means 1,000, and then that's just 1,000 meter. So it's that simple. My current here, I can already see my flesh burning in summer. See, this is why I need one of those sunscreen things. You know, those things that you put on front of the what do you call that? The windshield. You know, you put your things in there, the wipey things. But this here car in total was listed, or actually also discounted to my dad for 5,000. 5K for this here car. So yeah, my dad was like, hey, look at this car. I was like, oh shit, car. Well, thank you, because the previous car that I had was basically half the size of the damn thing. So, also, thank you so very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. How are things?
What's up, June?
Was I in one of those type of cars? No, but the size is accurate. And also way older. My car was from 1998. So, yeah, this thing was, quite old. But, I don't know if I'm being cool. I feel like someone else is going to decide whether I'm cool or not. And I'm never going to say that of myself. Like, look at me, I'm a cool person. I'm never going to say that. Or claim that rather. But yeah, I'm very happy though to be back in the streaming thing, and I will do my best to be streaming every day except for on Monday, so that I can actually do the whole clipping thing. Speaking of which, of those things, let me see here, my downloads. How many do I still have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 7th one is gonna be for today. Then 8, yeah, I still have some clips. And basically these are clips from past streams, like way back in the day. And then, yeah, hopefully I will be having some kind of content that I will be able to have that be clippable. But yeah. I'm not gonna pimp my ride. I'm gonna be, it's just gonna be fine, right? I already did hang like a little, like a cross in my car, basically like a necklace. It's very nice. Biscuits. Speaking of which, cookies. Should I get cookies for Christmas? I don't know, maybe. Also, I want to double check on other things too, because there are still some things that I need to check. Let's see what this is. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Should bake cookies? I don't know if I want to. I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to bake cookies. But let's see here. Now, while we're here, the good notes, the bad note has already been, the bad note is already gone. As in the doxing incident. Another good thing, aside from the card, thanks that, is something with my job, basically. And hopefully, we should be seeing a signing of the contract by next week sometime. Basically, I will have an official contract, still temporary though, but it's going to be for 6 months, right? For about 6 months contract, but with the company itself, which means that I will be paid more because the amount that I get now is very heavily taxed, basically, because it's still like a contracting thing. So, like, I will only see that money that I earned over these 6 months next year. So somewhere in December, like next year, to have like these tax returns, and it would be like quite an amount. So that's going to be good for next year. But yeah, I should be paid more, about like 400 to 500 to maybe even more-ish per month, which is going to be, it's going to be a lot more easy to pay things. The problem now is that will switch over to a monthly pay rather than a weekly pay, which is what I'm used to right now. At the moment, I am kind of, trying to save as much as I can, and I don't know if I will have enough to pay the taxes that I needed to pay for January. Do note that because of the huge amount of support that I have gotten for like the previous 3 months, in order to, pay for the taxes, the big 5K thing, right? Remember that? The 5K boss tax thing, of which I started that GoFundMe thing. So while that is paid, that's completely paid thanks to you guys, in which case I would not have been able to do so were it not for you guys. But because of that, that also gets taxed. Like all the support that you guys have sent me, that also gets taxed, and that is what I need to pay now. And that's also quite a hefty sum. And I hope that it's not going to be that bad, but we'll see how much it's going to be. But it's still going to be quite the amount. And I really hope that I will be able to pay that at least. So basically, once the taxes of January are paid, like I said before, it should be smooth sailing. So basically, we should be able to do the things that we want starting from February. So, yeah. So that's why it's going to be a tough month, because not only am I, only going to be paid on like by February, basically for the, the work that I do or will do in January. I will not like receive any funds from my work basically in the entirety of January, meaning that whatever I have now will have to do for the rest of this month and next month. So that's why I'm kind of stressed that, I still have some spaghetti, but even then I don't think that I'm going to make it. So that's why I'm currently a bit stressed still because of the pay. So yeah, it is, that is worrisome, and I do hope that, that I will make it through January. Problem is with January, again, like I said, is that it's not going to be a weekly pay, it's going to be a monthly pay, so I will only be paid somewhere, like somewhere in February, and hopefully, yeah, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, right? So yeah, it's going to be quite something. But yeah. The taxes basically, right? So for example, if someone would, for some reason, donate 1,000, right? I'm just saying a random number. I just also kind of to make the point clear of just how much I need to pay taxes. 33% of that will have to go to the taxes. So I will not see that 1,000. I will see only, what is it, 700? All that, while 300 goes to the taxes. Or 333 and something like that. 333 will go to the taxes. And that's just a little example of, a little example of how crazy the taxes are here in Belgium. In the meantime, a little poll has been started. Two things that I'm currently feeling for. Either we continue to chill but with some RuneScape in the background, or we will continue our adventures in Metroid. By the way, there is a game on sale that I would like to pick up again. As in for a little community game, which is called Party Animals. And yesterday, during the VC, people were telling me, or well, the people in the VC, that there is a Steam Christmas sale thingy going on, or holiday sale, right? So there is a little game that I would like to be able to play. And apparently, there is a way for people who don't own the game that they can still play the game. Only one person, though. Basically, what happens with this here game is that whenever someone has the game, they can invite up to one person. Up to one person to play with them, even if they don't own the game. So, for example, if player A, for example, right? If player A wants to invite player, like person B who doesn't own a game, that's one thing that can work out, right? But then if another person who owns a game, let's say player C, can invite a player D who doesn't own a game, and so forth and so on. So every person who owns a game can invite up to one player per person who has the game. So, this here game, I'm gonna share it. Maybe I should do it here in the bell tower thing. Because this would be a very fun Christmas game. All right, there we go. I've posted it in the Chambermaid's Bell Tower, but this here game is something that I would really like to play with you guys. It's very silly. It's literally a party game, as the name suggests. And basically, it's like all kinds of mini games, but basically, the main essence of the game is you beat the shit out of each other. even though we're playing, cutesy animals and things like that. But it is very fun. And it's on sale. So, and again, not everyone has to get this game. Like I've also said here, like if we have 4 people who own the game, we can invite 4 others who don't have the game. But I'm gonna see how many players can we have in total. I think it's 8. I'm not entirely sure. It was 8 or 6, something like that. Just gonna see here. It's kind of funny though. Like the negative reviews are kind of so nitpicky. I can only invite one person. Did you receive the product for free? And this guy is saying like, I can only invite one friend. Yeah, big sense. What do you want the game to be free to play entirely? That's still what they want to do. They still want to have people play the game and basically get them to get the game. But yeah, it's basically, all cutesy animals just like beating the shit out of each other. It's very funny. There we go. So up to 8 players, basically. See, we can have up to 8 players in this here game where we can beat the shit out of each other. See, the thing is, like, I would have played this game more, but the problem is we never had people enough to play the damn game. So with this here thing, now that it's being on sale, and now that this friend pass thing is a thing, should be easier for people to, to do something. But yeah, again, so to recap basically what happened before we jump into other M. So, 1, I'm back with streaming. I plan to be, picking up on my schedule again. We will also be getting our contract at my current job, right? So that will be, like, the signing will happen sometime next week, I presume. And I will also ask questions basically how much would I be earning and this and that and the details about that. What I would also do is, well, I'm being all over the place. But yeah, I'm just being worried for January. That's why my mind is a little bit all over the place. Plus, I'm also on medication, which also kind of makes me, have a bit of a brain fog at times. Car, right. So my dad was generous enough to be like, hey, Tabby, car. It's like, okay, cool. And of course, being that car, I saw that car, on a certain website that I was like, hang on a second, that looks cool. And, I told my dad about it. And then a couple weeks later, he basically is like, here you go. And I have a new car. Well, new second-hand car. And then also the doxing incident, we are fine. I still don't want people to, chase the guy down or anything like that. But someone trying to dox me should attempt at it though, but still, something that I would like to avoid as much as possible. But aside from that, we're good to go. It is indeed still a thing. Well, it's not an old photo. Actually a recent one. But I'm just gonna see here now with other M. Where is my thing? There we go. Alright, so where's my controller? We are back. By the way, as far as I can remember, we do have a little upgrade that will look familiar for those that have been playing Terraria with us. Hang on, let's see if I can find a spot where I can actually use this thing. Although, nah, maybe later. Okay, let's see here. Not prime 4, nope. You know, honestly, I feel like they should be making games more like Other M in terms of how it plays, because it is just really fun to play the game itself. Okay, I feel like this may or may not be a thing that I can use, this one upgrade in particular. I don't know if Heck and or Quan are watching, because they'd be like, oh my god, this is this thing. By the way, let me see here. Bumbles, thank you so very much for the 20 and the 5 bits now. Can I buy you a gift on Steam for Christmas? No, you can't. I don't want people to buy me anything, really. Please keep your money to yourself and treat yourself to something nice during, this Christmas time. How about that?
Maurice.
Don't come near me! I know why you're here!
No, you don't understand. I'm here to rescue you.
You're lying! I know the Galactic Federation wants to silence everyone who knows about our work here. How can I trust you when your troops are willing to kill each other? Stay away from me.
Listen to me. We're here to rescue you. Hurry, this way! Wait. Get out of here! The woman believed that the Galactic Federation was sent to the bottle ship to keep those in the know from leaking information about the project. And no wonder. She'd been attacked by someone wearing a Galactic Federation power suit, and she implied that Maurice was killed by another soldier. Considering the mortal danger we'd survived together, I had to agree with her. There was a traitor among us.
Samus, the wavelength of that monster's cry is
By the way,
driving the other
Edit Passive,
creatures
what's
into a
up?
frenzy. They've grown markedly more aggressive. It appears to be hiding in Sector 3 now. Take the elevator ahead of you to the main sector. From there, head to Sector 3. If you run into that thing, hit it with your plasma beam. You've got to take it down.
We are playing Amogus now? Amogus.
With those creatures, crafted into killers, running free, the bottle ship had been turned into a nightmare replica of Zebus. And then here came Adam and the others. At this rate, the plan the Federation wanted to keep so secret would be revealed. So they sent in an assassin. Someone to wipe out any survivors, as well as anyone who learned about the secret project. KG, James, Anthony, and Adam. Could one of them really be a traitor? Until I found out who it was, I decided to call the traitor the Deleter. On top of everything, I started to think about that woman. Was she the one who sent the distress signal? And could she be the person in charge here, Madeline Bergman? Either way, I knew I had to protect her. She would be targeted again. And she wasn't the only one in danger. I, too, would be considered a threat here.
Again, honestly, if they make Metro more like an action game, like the way Other M is played, then again, it would have been way better than whatever they were able to make with Prime 4. I don't know if the what studio was it again that did Dread and Metro 2 remake? If they would turn that into a 3D thing like this, though, dude, that would be so crazy. If they implemented the ideas of like the combat in this here game and mixed that together, or the studio behind Metro Dread adapted this with their stuff, dude, that would be like one of the greatest Metro games ever. Mercury? Yeah. If that is the name of these dudes, then yeah, absolutely. They would do an amazing job. They would do an absolutely amazing job. Like, can you imagine this game, like, in style, you know, of Bakery Scene? Dude, that would be amazing. But yeah, Quan, remember this power-up in Terraria? No, the Shine Spark thing? It works for me, Quan, so I would say skill issue.
need a permeating shot effect to get past this. I'm authorizing you to unlock your wave beam.
So, Quan, remember when you said, like, when are we going to get the shoot through all things? There we go, we have it. I knew it. That one thing was going to get me. That didn't even touch me, as in the avalanche itself. Hello, loader and dishes. What's up? Welcome in. Alright, time for a little endurance fight. Okay, normally this dude stays longer, but I'll take it.
This elevator is bound for the main sector. This elevator is bound for Sector 3. A Level 4 warning is now in effect in Sector 3. An irregularity has been confirmed in the geothermal power plant and the experimental simulated desert area. All staff members are asked to please evacuate immediately.
I mean, not exactly a hag. Again, like here, I think she would be in her late 20s or like very early 30s.
Samus, use of the grapple beam is authorized. Get to Anthony and cover him.
Whew. That was ugly. Thanks, Princess. So, you get called out here too?
Called?
Commander gave us a new directive to move as a unit. Our gather point was a navigation booth near here, but when no one showed, I figured I'd just take a look around. That's when I got jumped by those things you just saw.
What was your unit directive? I'm tracking that monster.
We were heading to the geothermal power plant to open the magma eruption port. Gotta restore the power in this place, so I can see that pretty face of yours. Yeah, it seemed a little excessive to send the whole unit to do it, but he's the commander. He must have had a reason. So Samus, how you feeling about the commander, huh?
Ian has arrived at the drive unit.
Ian, be careful out there. I know this is a routine fix, but don't let your guard down. There are 300 people on board. Their lives are in your hands.
Roger that.
Commander! The drive unit's going critical!
The unit is overheating beyond our estimates, sir.
Ian!
Commander Malkovich, unit meltdown imminent. It's going to explode.
Prepare to disengage the drive unit immediately.
But Ian's still inside! Adam, I can reach him. Give me the order, please.
Lock and secure the shielding doors now.
Adam, wait! There's still time. I can make it. Please, let me go. I mean, that's Ian. That's your little brother out there.
We're out of time, sir.
Adam, please, let me go. You have to trust me. Just give me a chance.
Commence drive unit disposal immediately. That's an order.
Adam was right. If we had waited any longer, it would have meant the end of those we had come to rescue, and the end of us as well. I knew that, but...
At the very least, you wouldn't be standing here now. That's what the commander was most scared of.
I was childish. No one should have to make the choice that Adam did, and yet all I could do was question his authority and make things more difficult.
Hey, you were just a pup then, and the commander knows it. Look, forget it. Sorry for hitting a nerve. We better get going anyhow. Man, if something like that happened now? Huh. Best just forget about it. I'm out.
I knew the question Anthony was suppressing, and I knew the answer. If something like that happened again, I would hold fast to that glimmer of hope and try for redemption. That's who I am.
Alright, cool, let's deal with this. Well, Quan, we indeed did see this guy before. Try to eat us. The very beginning where we tried to enter the sector, like last time we played this. Yeah, this little fish tried to eat me. So, yeah, there we go. Fish is dead.
Samus, it looks like that monster is headed to the geothermal electric power generator. Track it and put an end to it.
By the way, in the meantime, what have you guys been up to? What games you guys playing right now? Well, for me, I think like a 2D, not 2D, 3D like this would be a more fun approach. If Mercury's team would do it. They would, like, they already know how to make Samus look cool, and if they combine that with, like, how Samus moves and fights in Other M, then that could definitely be something that they can work with. And I can see them doing it. They're capable of doing so. They have competent devs, so that's why I have way more hopes with that than, whatever, you know, than whatever, fucking Retro Studios right now is going to make. Well, Prime's still going to be a thing, but like a separate thing. But I think right now, with Dread being the better Metroid game to play, I do believe that, people are now just going to lean more towards Dread than to, like, the Prime series with... And that's literally what Nintendo did to themselves, honestly. Yeah, Prime 4 was basically a promo game for Metroid Dread.
Get out the way! Man, can't see a thing in here. We gotta clear out. Where's the exit at? Duck. This ain't good. Well, only one thing to do, huh? Let's tear this thing up.
Wait, Anthony. Leave this one to me. Don't waste your plasma.
Samus, blast the eruption port to get the magma flowing. Use your super missiles.
usually it's 5, yeah. Well, depending on the game, but... Well, doesn't this guy look familiar? And I get I understand why this is happening. Also, this is original Ridley. Not some meta Ridley, not some recreation, it is literally the original one.
Ridley?
What the? Samus, do you copy? Samus! Samus, use your plasma beam! No! What's your status?
He can't be!
Samus, do you read me?
Samus! Let her go! Hey! Hey, Pop! Don't you know how to treat a lady? Man, you got no style. I think I gotta teach you a lesson about subtle. Come on!
Daphne! Don't do it!
Come on!
That's rendition of Ridley's theme right here. GG, easy, shake my hand.
wondered if Anthony was conscious as he hit bottom. Unbearable thoughts welled up in me, making me want to get as far away as I could. I regretted not being able to protect him. And I regretted thinking, even for a moment, that he would betray me. Or fail to come to my aid at the expense of his own safety.
Hello, Lord Davis. What's up? But yeah, at the moment we have the most, I think, yeah, this is the last beam that we get in the game, so our damage is currently maximized. Still, that doesn't mean that we don't have to fight other things yet.
Something was gnawing at me. Communication with Adam had ceased. From the Deleter's point of view, Adam would represent the largest threat. Without question, his life had to be in danger. But it was Adam Malkovich. He wouldn't go down easily. And Adam would already know about the Deleter, so there's no way he would let his guard down. If that was the case, then why couldn't I reach him? What did he think of the unfolding situation? And what was he planning to do next? My racing thoughts started to frustrate me.
This elevator is bound for Sector 1. Data recording. Restoration sequence activated. Sequence complete. Process.
Isn't that a Team 4-star reference where Broly is like, what's your power level? And like the very wimpiest of voices. And then when he gets, to legendary, he goes like, my power level is maximum.
Any objections, Adam?
See, this is where the Metroid stuff really jumps in, because now Samus is like, fuck it, I'm gonna do whatever I want.
I'm not a member of the Galactic Federation. I came here because I intercepted the distress call. I'm a bounty hunter. And I know that something is after you. Please, you must believe me. Thank you. I'm Samus Aran. What's your name?
Madeline Bergman. Behind closed doors, the Galactic Federation was trying to create a special forces unit composed of bioweapons. In order to make it happen, they were attempting to create an organization modeled after the space pirates, with the Zebesians at the center. But because of a certain presence, the life forms became ferocious. We were no longer able to control them.
By a certain presence, she must have meant Ridley. So you sent out the distress signal, even though it endangered your life?
I had to. I felt there was a real danger here, that if left as is, the Zebesians would continue to evolve and resurrect as real space pirates.
If that danger was real, then the risk of withholding information to protect herself was too great, clearly. And yet, wasn't she the one who set the facility's system to self-destruct? In silence, I praised her courage and sense of responsibility. At the same time, her argument had some holes. Say that the Zebesians, under Ridley's influence, became super aggressive. Would that really lead to the resurrection of the space pirates? Without a malicious force to lead them down that path, wouldn't they continue to merely follow their instincts, ultimately becoming no more than a swarm of feral creatures? Regardless, it was clear that the Galactic Federation was ready to consign their enormous mistake to oblivion. And that's why they sent a deleter. And as for Madeline and others who knew the secret? But wait, there was another inconsistency in her story. Why go to such lengths at all? With just a small flexing of the Galactic Federation's military force, they should have been able to destroy a facility of this scope with ease. So why didn't they?
Actually, there was an even more dangerous plan. Come with me.
What? That's not possible. The Metroids were terminated along with Zebes. Yes. And the last of them, the baby, met its end.
And B's the baby.
You're Samus Aran, right? The one who annihilated the space pirates? Metroid remnants were attached to your suit when you returned from Zebes. They were reproduced from a piece of cell structure salvaged by the Federation, and they are in this facility.
I gave your suit a polish so you'd be at least somewhat presentable.
Remember that fuck? Remember that fuck?
And Ridley in the same way.
At first, no one thought that the creature was Ridley. They didn't think it had potential as a bioweapon at all. They raised it like a pet, calling it Little Birdie. Until one day, it attacked one of the researchers and got away. Ridley had played dead and lured the scientist into his cage. What was left? It was a horrible sight.
But in order to control Metroids, you need Mother Brain's telepathy. You don't. You didn't recreate a Mother Brain clone, did you?
It's artificial intelligence. We developed an AI program that would reproduce Mother Brain's thought processes. We called it MB.
But it was just a program. It wasn't the Mother herself.
MB evolved as it communicated with the Metroids. It appears as though it began to become self-aware, much like the original Mother Brain. It's really quite remarkable.
That's when it became clear to me just why Madeline was so afraid of the space pirate's resurrection. It wasn't that her story had holes in it. Through the holes were glimpses of the danger that was right before her eyes. If everything she said was true, where are the Metroids and MB?
They're in an area called Sector 0. It's a unit that doesn't appear in any of our map data. It's a place like Turian, where we propagate and raise Metroids.
I began to see what the worst-case scenario would look like. The ultimate weapon, the Metroid, would be mass-produced, and as soon as an AI that could control them was developed, the plan to create a special forces unit modeled after the space pirates was replaced. But as the AI called MB spun out of control, the facility became a place much like the planet Zevis. If the situation were left alone, galactic society would be put in peril. Even the ringleaders of the operation wanted to avoid that, but they still wanted the Metroids.
Well, Chonker, you'll have to
why.
watch the vault then. Hey, Chonker, what's
They
up?
decided to capture the Metroids contained in Sector 0 and delete the rest of the facility, including the space pirates, Ridley, and everyone who knew the secret. But before the ringleaders could act, Adam appeared. Adam might have known or suspected the truth about the facility from the beginning. Regardless, since the ringleaders were members of the Galactic Federation, they could no longer act recklessly. And so a deleter was installed as a member of Adam's team to destroy evidence and plan each subsequent move. But having me added on as a member must have disrupted the Galactic Federation's plans. Madeline, thanks for telling me all this. I've got to destroy the Metroids and MB in Sector 0. You have to remain hidden. Don't worry. The Galactic Federation CO who's here now will help you. You're safe.
Does that CO happen to be Commander Adam Malkovich? The real leader of this operation is Commander Malkovich. I can't believe that he's here.
Stay here until I return.
Sequence complete. Process successful.
Alright, I will have to leave other M for now, just at this point. Because, well, I need to prep some food, get ready for work, and also upload a clip that features our dear beloved femboy slash e-girl Chonker. So this is gonna be quite something. Yeah, she indeed has a lot of holes, so yeah. But I mean, as in MB over here, or Madeline Bergman. But e-girl, I don't know. I do hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know it's been a while since I streamed, I know. I will try to pick up streaming again regularly, so don't worry about that. But I do hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. Hope to see you in tomorrow's stream. We might play the remainder of Other M, depending on what you guys would like to see. But I do hope that you guys will be able to tune in to potentially see the conclusion of this here game. Again, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys want to DM me, always want to mock them. If there's anything that I could do to help you out with, let me know. So for the time being, I would say do take care. Have a good night's rest for those that are going to bed. Stick around for the raid. And remember that I love you all for being you.